Hi, it's Abby from the Newshound. Welcome to the Newcastle United Stadium Tour. The tour has to be booked in advance on the Newcastle United website. It lasts for about 90 minutes and you get to see many areas of the stadium which are closed to the public. The tour guide was brilliant. She was really knowledgeable about the stadium and the football club, and she was obviously a very big fan of Newcastle United. To begin with, we were taken pitchside to see the team dugouts. This included a walk down the players' tunnel, which made a brilliant spot to take selfies and experience what the players must feel as they walk out onto the pitch before a big match. Next, we were taken into the away changing room and then the home changing room, and the tour guide explained why the home changing room is far better quality than the changing room given to the away team.
Then he gives both teams 1 minute to leave the dressing room and in the tunnel. They're not there, teams get heavily fined, but worse if we're live on TV, cuts all down to precision timing or advertisements. But like I say, other football clubs do exactly the same as what we do, just to name a few. Arsenal, they have horrible grey walls. They've got this great big high table in the middle, so that means the manager's having to run around the dressing room trying to get the eye contact. Man United, the pegs are quite high, so you've got to stretch to put things on a peg, so you might tweak a muscle. Before we moved over here in 2006, we looked around Wembley Stadium, Millennium Stadium, just to get the blueprint of dressing rooms. In the end, they've all got their own individual locker space. The strips that are out, the players have not worn these strips, but this is where the players will sit on a match day first when they're fit and they're in the team. So they'll all sit there. Lovely to see this dressing room match day, because each player will have their shirt put out off the ground is to what length stood they're wearing their boots. They're even that soft now. They've got a little, it's like a little through the door there. The day before a game puts out all the protein bars, energy bars. Players eat a lot of fruit, especially bananas. They get their Lucozades or energy drinks or water. Years ago it used to be, well a few years ago it used to be coconut milk, that was the in thing. Now it's shots. They have beetroot shots, what's it, pickle shots, and orange shots. And orange shots. All they do with lactic acid and
His top is quite small. You ready? Come on. With an angle.
We'll go there then, we'll head upstairs, we'll get in the lift. Is everybody all right with lifts? As if not, you've got a long... His 75th birthday, which was unveiled by Sir Alex Ferguson, because Bobby and Sir Alex, very, very good friends, not just on the pitch, but off the pitch as well. Same sculptor as the one down the bottom. You've probably seen it come to the stadium that way. Most well respected throughout the world of football, and a very, very sad day when Newcastle United lost such a lovely gentleman. But Bobby's legacy still lives on through the Bobby Robson Foundation at the Freeman Road Hospital, just trying to find
Right, if the old lads get in there, I'll get what way.
boxes, not unless they're injured. So yeah, so the players just go down there, then they meet the families down there, because I'll tell you a little bit, they pick their cars up and then to leave altogether, so players very rarely come up.
After seeing the home and away changing rooms, we were taken right to the top of the highest stand, which has amazing views across the city.
Voetbal, jongen, dat is net voetbal. Voetbal is rivaliteit, jongen.
Another highlight of the tour was going inside one of the executive boxes to see how some really lucky supporters get to enjoy a game at St James's Park.
Listen to the match commentary through the loops. It's things will have to be seen to be doing for all supporters. Down to your left is where the corner flag would be, in that yellow barrier. That's our emergency tunnel. So there was a major evacuation. That's one of the ways we would get you out of the stadium quite quickly. That's all dealt with the prospect fire in the Hillsborough disaster. So our players don't go through the players and official entrance we came out of. They get a cars parked for them, bless them, and they walk backwards and forwards along the inside. That's part of the tour. We're going to go down to the director's box. That used to be a high profile area. Since the takeover, it's a very, very
Left when you get up the lift, yes. Right. We'll be down the gym.
As I say, see how the other half live. We're going to go down 3 flights of stairs.
Ja, we moeten de wc's van schoon doen. Ik moet nog zetten.
Two teams in the city at the time, Newcastle East End, a telecom menu, silver service wearers, with all the alcohol you can consume. From the back. These 3 rows of seats you cannot buy. These belong to Newcastle United club officials. End seat would be Darren Neal's, the CEO, Amanda Stevens. So if Lady Elsie's not here, or any other Robson family member, those 2 seats would remain empty as a mark of respect to Sir Bobby Robson. 2 seats behind him are given to Bob Moncur. Bob Moncur is now an ambassador to Newcastle United, and as you know, he was the last captain.
Finally, we were allowed to sit in the director's box, and the tour guide told us where all the VIPs sit, including a very special seat where the club legend Bobby Robson used to sit. I hope you've enjoyed this film so far. Keep watching to the end when my colleague Darren Bugg will give you his summary of the stadium tour.
So I've just finished doing the stadium tour here at St James's Park. I was very impressed. I thought it was great value for money. We had a 2-hour tour. I think it was only supposed to be 90 minutes, but it overran. And it only cost £18, so that compares really favourably with other stadium tours I've done. Certainly in the United Kingdom. I've been on cheaper tours abroad in Europe, but in the UK I think that's the best value I've experienced. I'm now in Shearer's Bar, which is a bar that's open all day, every day here at the stadium. Surprised to see it is actually quite packed, although I suppose it is in the centre of Newcastle, so you wouldn't expect it otherwise. And I've had a look at the menu and the drinks, and actually this is great value as well. So maybe things are just cheaper in Newcastle than other parts of the country, but great value lunch menu. And very great value tour as well. I'm going to go and have a look in the club shop in a minute and have a look at some of the souvenirs. The main thing about the tour is you do get to see just about everything that you'd want to see. You see the director's box, you see one of the corporate boxes, you get to see pitch side, the players' tunnel, coming out of the tunnel onto the pitch. You get to see the home dressing room and the away dressing room, and there's a massive difference between the two. And our tour guide explained in very great detail why the home dressing room and the away dressing room are not the same quality. I believe that's quite similar at a lot of stadiums in the UK. Surprisingly not in Spain and Italy and other countries, but in Britain there seems to be this it's a kind of a trend to give the away dressing room, shall we say, not as much quality as the home dressing room. But I explained that earlier on in the film. The one criticism I probably have of the tour is there were just too many people on it, and that was a bit of an issue, to be honest. I think, although it was very good value at £18, and we certainly got our money's worth in terms of the time, I just think they perhaps could have had a smaller tour group. It did spoil it a bit having so many people on one tour, and certainly a lot more people than I've seen at other tours I've been on. Places like Manchester United, Old Trafford, Manchester City, Etihad. I've been to Leeds United. I've been to all sorts of tours around the country, and this was certainly the tour with the most people, and I think maybe they should have split it into several groups. That's my only criticism. Apart from that, it was a really good stadium tour and I'd highly recommend it. Well, I'm going to enjoy a drink now here in Shearer's Bar. You even get a discount off the price of food and drinks, which is fantastic. So until next time, thanks for watching and goodbye.